Hello, welcome to this live stream. Diffan Mishira, are you getting me? Mishira. I hope you are getting me. Maybe I will be happy if you would turn on your camera so that you can appear on the screen, please.
Very well. I can get you loud and clear.
Yeah, we are still waiting for others to join. We have like I hope four more who are likely
Yes,
to
I
join
can
me.
get.
So I was saying that we are expecting four more panelists to be in this panel. So because you have already entered, we need to wait for them. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you for taking your time to join, and we are going to talk about.
Okay, that's good.
So I was saying that we are expecting four more panelists in this panel. So because so what we'll do, Difan, I want to reach the others who have not joined this live stream. Kindly don't leave. Let me call them and inform them to join the meeting before we start officially.
My wife is pregnant.
So what we do, Difan, okay? Madam Ruth, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we are waiting for two more others before we start. Already in the meeting we have Difan Mishira. So we are waiting for two others, as I've said. So thank you for joining. Please don't leave. Please don't leave this live stream as others are joining shortly. And when you are not talking, maybe you can mute your mic so that we can have ample time when others are contributing. Kindly. Thank you. So let me reach the others to tell them to join. We are supposed to start at exactly 9:10, but because already we have two, we are okay to start. But let me reach one of them before we start. Okay. So thank you for your patience. Maybe I would like us to start as we wait others to join this live stream. So, and again, I've seen that Diffan has left, but maybe is around. But let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this live stream. As I've said, we are going to discuss issues which are affecting Kisii County as we come from the region, and then maybe we can give our opinion. You should remember that this live stream is live in YouTube in a channel called Mukenya UK. So if you have a friend, after we finish, you can share to your friends to watch so that our views, our opinion can be heard by the leadership of Kisii County. So maybe I take this opportunity to welcome you, Ruth, to introduce yourself before we start. Unmute your mic kindly.
Yes, my name is Ruth Gesare. I just come from Kisii County and from Ichun Ward.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy
Welcome.
to be in this meeting. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, all right. Now, maybe for the start, because we are only two, the other one has left. I don't know, maybe it is the network which is not working. Maybe you can say something about Kisii County before we start officially. What is happening in Kisii County according to you?
Okay, our county is a pleasant county so far, but of late we have seen political violence everywhere, which have brought so many impacts into our people and into our young generation. So there is no more hope. There is no more peace in our county so far.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. Now, I welcome Diffan. Let me bring him on stage first. I've lost Diffan again. I'm trying to bring him on stage so that he can give his opinion. Yeah,
Hello.
he's coming. Yeah, Diffan, welcome to this live stream. As I informed you earlier, we are going to talk about the Kisii County politics and leadership. Before you joined, Ruth has introduced herself. Maybe you can introduce yourself
thank you so
and say
much.
something about Kisii County.
We are going to talk about the county politics and leadership. Before you join, Ruth about Kisii County.
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, now, I don't know if you are getting me clear. Hello, are you getting me clear?
Well, clear, but there's some noise in the background.
There is somebody who has
I can
not
get you.
muted the mic.
Yes.
You're not talking, you mute
Yes,
the
yes,
mic.
yes.
You mute the mic if you're not talking so that it can be clear. Good, thank you. Now, let's start afresh. Maybe, Ruth, you introduce yourself, followed by Defan, and then Charles. Unmute your mic kindly, Ruth.
Yes, I'm Ruth Gesare Favorite. I come from Kisii County, Nyaribari Masaba, Ichunu Ward.
Good, thank you. Defan. It seems like the network or Defan is not working very well. Maybe we can go to Charles as Defan is working on his network.
Okay, thank you. I'm Charles Kenya. I come from Kisii County as I'm an oncology nurse.
Thank you. Welcome to this live stream. As I informed you earlier, we are going to discuss about issues which are affecting the leadership of Kisii County, and I expected us to have more panelists, but they have not joined. Maybe they will join as we are continuing with this discussion. Now, maybe my first question, I can direct it to Charles Kenya. What is the position of Kisii County politics at the moment?
Okay, it has, from my point of view, in Kisii we are not in a very good state. We are in an awkward state, and we need to shape up. We need to correct some few things here and there before we can say we are in a county that's planning to work for the people.
So what do you mean when you are saying that it is in an awkward state?
It's
Maybe
because,
you can expound something here, yeah?
yeah, it's because we have a leadership in Kisii County that that doesn't have a focus. We have a driver who doesn't know the direction. So the driver doesn't know where he's taking the vehicle. We are just in the vehicle, but the vehicle is not moving. We're just fighting in here. We have a long journey to go. We're not going there. We're just here at the stage by fighting. Because if you see, we have so many things that need to be fixed. We have already wasted about a year. But this is the second year without a public service board. Now we have a public service board. The only thing that we have achieved with this public service board is maybe to fix the issue of ECDE teachers. Apart from that, nothing else. There are lots of pending issues. And instead of
We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Thank you for that. We'll come back to you to say more. It seems like you have a lot to share with us, and we are here to listen, and we are going to air it out. Remember, this live stream is being recorded, and it is going to be aired live in a channel in YouTube, which is called Mukenya YouTube channel. You can share to your friends to watch so that we can spread this gospel, because the state of our county is in dire situation and we need to talk. We need to talk about it and we need to correct it. Now, I go to Ruth. Ruth.
Yes.
What can you say about the Kisii unity in general and what is going on in Kisii County?
So I can say in our county, there is conflict. Governance. Yeah. There is poor distribution of resources.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge on the opposition of the stronghold is seen all over in the county.
Mm-hmm.
There is lack of public participation in issues affecting the county.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what happened last time. There is political wrangles, leadership wrangles in our county.
Mm-hmm.
Ethnicity. Let me talk about ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders have resulted on rewarding clans regions where they come from. You can, our governor is a good example. You can see what he's doing. There is corruption in our county.
Yeah. I hope what you are talking about, you can just say something about it. Maybe if you're talking about, for example, conflict, you
Yes.
should give us maybe an explanation of what you think, what is bringing this conflict, and maybe where you have seen the conflict. For example,
Yes.
you can talk about what happened in the burial of the principal of Kisii Polytechnic.
The former
yeah?
principal. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the former principal, sorry. You can talk about what happened there. Maybe different. I can bring you in. What can you talk about the situation of Kisii County? Are we in the right direction?
You should give us maybe the main squares of the conflict. For example, you can talk about what happened in the burial of the principal of Kisii Polytechnic. Yeah? The former
I think different. We are not together. Different. I don't know what you can do. Maybe you can look for earphones to use, because I'm just hearing some echo of what I'm saying. The same question
you want
to
me
Charles.
to talk about? I have not gotten you clearly.
Oh, sorry. I asked, what can you talk about the status of Kisii County? Are we heading to the right direction? Different.
Hello.
I think different. We are not together. I can go to Charles. The same question. Are we in the right direction?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think I've talked a little bit about that direction issue, and maybe I found it a bit. We are not in the right direction. Of course, okay, we have the leadership in place. We have all the requirements, but we are not. We have all the ingredients, but we are not mixing them well to achieve the results. Because it's like we are concentrating too much on non-issues and leaving behind the real issues that affect the people. So, for example, let's talk. Okay,
Yeah,
let's talk
continue.
about.
Sorry.
Let's talk, for example, about the recent occurrence in the former Kisii National Polytechnic Principal's burial. That was unfortunate. Of course, it's a shame. It was unfortunate because when we have big leaders, a county commissioner is not a small person, a CS is not a small person, a governor is not a small person. We should have all those people coming together, like we see in other regions, like we saw in this county of Muranga. Those big wigs come together, they sit down, they draft a way forward for their people. They are attracting more people to their county. Now, here in our case, we are just when we meet, instead of coming together and seeking ways of you bring this one, I bring this, then we move forward. We are coming here to do politics. It's politics every time. I think it's time we separate politicking time and development time.
Thank you very much. Defan, are you getting us? Defan is not with us now. Ruth, you are a teacher. right? What is the current status of the education in Kisii County? Because you are a teacher, maybe you are in the ground. What is the current status? More especially, the ECDE, which is under the county government, because the governor keeps on saying that he has constructed classes. What can you say about that?
Okay. Mkenya, I want to tell you that no class has been built so far. We have not yet seen any classes around. It's just words and threats. No classes have been built. The other day, our governor called all the ECD teachers to the county to only lecture them and tell them how they should work. But in the reality, there is nothing. There is nothing at all. That's what I can say.
Charles, I see you agreeing.
Yes.
Do you agree with Ruth?
I agree to some extent,
Yeah.
and to some extent I can differ because when I'm seeing, I'm not a teacher, but I'm on the ground. I'm in Kisii, and
Yeah.
when I see around, I can see right from the manifesto of the governor, he seemed to have very good plans. From his talks, he talks about good things. From what I see on activities, I see him on vehicles with public address and a lot of vehicles going around the constituencies in the name of distributing bursaries. I don't know, distributing bags to
And also
school going
nets.
kids and, and nets. So from the outside, you can see that there is something going on. But now when you come inside, there's no much going on because let's talk of the bursaries, for example. It's about 1 month, 1 week now since the events, the exercise of giving out bursary forms. To me, it was a waste of money because you wasted a lot of money going to every constituency with a lot of people, a lot of vehicles, gaslers, using a lot of fuel, and then distributing bursary forms. And then he said, in 2 weeks' time, the bursaries will be out. It's now a month and 1 week. Nobody has received that county bursary. The bursaries that people have received are from the national government, CDF. You go to the roads. He went to all the constituencies. He launched road projects. A lot of roads were launched. It was amounting to about 170 something. So after launching all those roads, days later, there's nothing going on those roads. Those tractors were brought there, were captured in photos and small video clips, and then nothing is going on. So I would like to urge our MCAs, because they are the oversight, before we start engaging on some other funny motions, let's first do this. Let's follow this, what the governor said, what he has achieved, what he has not been able to achieve, and have a report to our people. That's the only way we can go to the right direction.
Thank you very much. Ruth.
I'm agreeing with
Ruth
my
speak,
brother Charles. Yes.
Before you speak, I hear Diffan Mishira. Maybe he has come back. Diffan, are you getting us? We need to hear your opinion. I'm sorry, Michira is listening to us. Maybe we can continue, but I request you, Michira, kindly mute your microphone, and for maybe when you're ready, you can signal us. Now, Ruth, is Simba Arati a dictator? Because from what I can hear, is that Simba Arati does not want to involve
Hello.
the MCAs and other youths
Yes.
other leaders who are in Kisii County
Hello. I
to
don't know whether you are
conduct
getting
development.
me now.
Yes, what I can say, our governor is a good person.
Maybe
He is not a dictator, as you can say. But what I can say, he is making a
So
lot
I
of noise.
think I'm back
He talks too much
now.
with no implementation on the ground. He is crying everywhere.
So
He is
thank
saying
you.
he is being
You are actually
guarded and being
the
pitied
issue
by
of the
people.
status of Kisii County.
Every day where he goes,
I heard you mentioning about the unity of Kisii County. I heard you talking about the respect to other teachers in Kisii County.
yes, our governor is making a lot of noise in the county with no implementation on the ground. False promises. Like my brother Charles has said, like 1 month ago, he went all around all the constituencies asking for kids to give bursaries. Where are those bursaries now? It's almost 2 months now, and there is no implementation. What can we say about our governor? Our governor is a good man who talks a lot, but doesn't implement.
So in simple terms, you mean that as Kisii County residents, you need action because you
Yeah,
cannot talk too much without showing any deeds, right?
of course, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Now, maybe the next thing I want us to discuss is about now, what is the fate of Kisii County under Simba Arati if he's doing all those? What is the fate of Kisii County? You should keep in mind that the president of Kenya was supposed to visit the Kisii County region this month, but that tour has been cancelled. And remember, when the president was coming, he was supposed to come to launch development, that is national development project. But now the tour has been cancelled because of the feuds, the conflict, which has been seen. There are rancors and public spit, which has been shown by these leaders of Kisii County. What is the fate of Kisii County under the Honorable Governor Simba Arati? Charles.
If we are not going to change, if the status quo remains, we can expect less in the next remaining 4 years. Because in a noisy environment, in an environment with a lot of fights, there is no development. The governor should buy a leaf from maybe other people, other successful leaders somewhere, because you can't as a governor or as a manager, you can't agree with all people. All people cannot accept your ideas. There must be a dissenting voices. You don't have to fight every barking dog. Let others continue barking, concentrate. Just have the focus, do your work. It's a political game, I know. But if you allow yourself to be distracted too much by the political noise, you'll just be fighting small fights, small fights, and at the end you will not have time or you will not have the energy to fight the real battle that you are supposed to fight and win. So if the status quo remains like it is now, expect more cancellations of presidential visits, expect more of mandamanos everywhere, a lot of people fighting funerals and such, and that's not good for us. And it will not bring anything to us. We will be the losers at the end of it. I will urge the governor. Governor seems to have a plan. I sometimes I blame his handlers because I think sometimes they fear him and they don't tell him the truth. He has good plans, but when he loses focus too fast, because if he's looking at something there, then the distractor comes from here. He forgets that, he starts fighting this, so you will not reach your destination. I'll urge him. He was voted overwhelmingly, but the ground is shaky now because of his way of leadership. He should change the way of leadership from the town leader town ways and come to upper mashinani. We are in the villages. So in the villages, our grandmothers, our fathers, they are not used to that too much hype and all the noise. They expect a leader comes, a leader should be presentable, well, who talks soberly, finishes, goes to another thing. They don't expect something to maybe moving people around from here with motorbikes to somewhere, motorbikes to somewhere. You just make noise and make chaos on the road. So I think we are losing focus somewhere, but it's earlier, and governor as his advisors, they all know, they can advise him, and I think if we can change a little bit, he can have the focus and we can move forward as a community.
Thank you.
I agree with you, Charles. I agree with you, Charles. But now, what does being a good leader mean? A good leader, being a good leader, you should also be a good example to others. Recently, you saw what happened. Our CS and other men called upon a meeting to talk about what happened in Bugirango between Sirfana Osoro and our governor Simbarat. But what did our governor do? He said he can't attend. What does that show? What does that show? That's being awkward. You can't be called by your own people. The wazee can't call you and you ignore going there to listen what they say. Is that being a leader? Now, what can he tell us? We should listen to him. If he can't listen to the old wazees, that's not good. He did a bad thing. He did a bad thing. You should respect your old people, your parents. Those wazees are like their father. He was to attend, listen, and talk about what happened. So if he can't listen, what's our fate as a county? We are not going anywhere. We are just stagnant. So our leader should listen first. Listen begins with listening. Now it's time to take what you had and do your best to put yourself in their shoes. You should acknowledge and apologize. So our leader doesn't show any signs of good leadership. That's all I can say.
Now maybe I can ask, did the people of Kisii County do a mistake by voting Simbarat? Because from what I can hear is that, in fact, the people had more expectation than what they are receiving at the moment. Charles, what do you think?
the people of Kisii didn't make a mistake. The people of Kisii voted for what they were presented with. They bought what they were sold. Walikuja kwa soko wakapata vitu mbili, wakaona hii ndio mzuri, wakanunua. The difference comes in when this guy who was voted comes in with a new leadership style that doesn't go well with the locals here. We are not used to this kind of leadership in Kisii. This is a village. This city political mimics, we are not used to it. So that's why, if see, for example, Osoro, when he was called by the old guys, Osoro went. Osoro is a village politician from here in South Mugrang. We respect our elders. Simba is a politician from the city. There are no elders in the city. The city has only migrants, maybe. So he's overall. So he's on top. That's why maybe he didn't see sense to attend such small things according to him. So the people of Kisii did what they were expected to do, because when you go to a market, you have a lot of products. You choose one that you think meets all your expectations. Now, when reaching home is when you realize this is not the right thing I wanted. So, Simba, to me, is a very good man in campaigning. He's a very good campaigner. He's a very good mobilizer. But you can't make a stable leader. So maybe he could make a good leader in some positions, like maybe in a parliament, or in a county assembly, or in the Senate, where he has no direct responsibility as a person. Now, when it comes to him as the sole person who is responsible for everything here, it becomes a challenge. Because when you are out here, you can make noise, you can say all manner of things, you can pull crowds. But when it comes here, it reaches a time when you have to sit in an office and then make decisions. The decisions that are supposed to take your people to the next level. And then you realize you are maybe incapacitated in one way or another, because maybe of your orientation. Not all of us were born to be good managers. So he's a good mobilizer, but in this position, I think he jumped too far. He bite what he couldn't digest. So we have to cope up with him for the next few years. I think he's in the learning process. Maybe if he's a fast learner, he can learn and then change things, and then we move forward. If he's a slow learner, then we are doomed.
Oh yeah,
Because everything we learn every day.
Well, if it's a slow learner, we are doomed. A very strong term we should take into consideration. Now, there seems to be a fight between the DG and the governor, because recently I saw there is a motion of impeaching the DG of Kisii County. Is there any fight between the governor and his deputy?
Okay, no, that's why I told you we have a different style of leadership and different backgrounds. So when these people came together, they blended well, and then they managed to get the votes. But when it comes to actual action, you see, for example, if I can speak of Dr. Monda. Dr. Monda is a church elder. He's an old man. He's a relaxed man. The hypes he doesn't like. So he's cool. So he's cool. The other side, governor is a young man, full of energy. Governor has time, has energy to fight with everybody around. So if you show me the finger, I show you it back. If you give me a blow, I give you back. So the two, maybe Dr. Monda was trying to tell governor, you are going too much. Those people making noise, just let them. Let's do this. And then maybe governor thinks you are under me. So how can you purport to be telling me what I give you assignment you do? So there is a difference. There is a contraction. There's a total contrast in their leadership styles and orientation. So that's why they are not able to blend well. For now, for example, if we talk about the impeachment motion, I saw it today. The Chuni Ward MCA tabled a motion of impeachment. But when I looked at the grounds for impeaching the deputy governor, I am not a lawyer, but I don't think there is anything that can pass anywhere. So maybe if they manage, they can impeach him from here in the county assembly, but in the Senate, it can't go through because there are no grounds at all. There is no day or there is no allegation in that grounds for removal that says that maybe governor assigned the deputy governor some roles and maybe he misappropriated the funds, maybe he didn't do it, maybe deputy is mentally incapacitated. There's nothing like that. So this just I think it's just a small fight. You saw the other day Dr. Monda reached out to Akina Osoro, Akina CS Macho, and maybe according to Governor Simba, if you are in ODM, you are not supposed to associate with those people on the other side. And you see Dr. Monda is a Mzee. So to him, maybe after elections, all people are here. We are all the same people. We serve the same people. So you can reach out to this, you can out to this, so that we get progress. So I think that's what is bringing problems here and there.
Good. Thank you very much for that input. Now, maybe we can shift to the health sector. And I'm very happy because you are one of the personnel who are working under the sector of health, which has been devolved. Today in the morning, I had an interview with one of the aspirants of Nyaribo Masaba who want to be a member of parliament. And he was talking about that, he was saying that the status of the health facilities in Kisii County is in need. I don't know if that is true, but I think you are the right person who can maybe say what you are seeing in the ground, keeping in mind that you work under this sector.
To some extent, it is true. And to some, maybe no. Now let's go into it. In health, there is a slight improvement from what Ongwae, the previous governor, left. Simba picked up and tried to fix some few things. But on the way of fixing some few things, he was distracted. As I told you, he's really distracted. He was distracted and maybe lost some focus. So let's talk, for example, about our referral hospital, the KTRH. KTRH has improved. I can say it has improved because he changed the CEO, he changed some few management things here and there, has changed some few systems, and it seems that those systems are working to some extent. On the other side, there's too much micromanagement of these health professionals. And you see, a health professional is not just like anybody. That's a person who has gone to class, who has his brains and understands what he's supposed to do. Let's talk, for example, in Kesusu. The other day, there was a blackout there, and an incident happened. So when governor went there, instead of trying to find a systematic way of solving this problem of perennial blackouts, because it's not the first time, and since then I know blackouts has happened there again, we went and tried to find some makeshift solutions, telling the Medsu to have money from his pocket and fuel the hospital generator. And then this medic being told to fuel the hospital generator from his pocket. Salaries have been delaying all through. Like now we are on date 13. People have not been paid in Kisii County. So you tell this person who has not been paid until today, you tell him to find money from his pocket and fuel the hospital generator. It's not sustainable, the first thing. And it's not a good precedent, because we cannot grow by charity. If systems work well, things move. These charity things don't move far. You saw what Sonko was trying to do in Nairobi. Sonko tried to bring Sonko rescue team, Sonko water, Sonko's electricity, Sonko nini. All those things never worked because they were charities. Now see what is happening in Kisumu. Systems are working. Everything seems to have been fixed because the systems are fixed. For example, this issue of Kisumu was just a blackout. A blackout that happened, we have a generator. There was no fuel for generator. Why don't we have fuel? The money that is collected from the hospital is channeled to one account. Money from all hospitals in Kisii goes to one account. And then when the money reaches the account, the county government sends back some percentage to the hospitals to sort such day-to-day activities. So the money, after going to the county, the small amount that is supposed to come back takes years and ages. You saw the doctor trying to explain that I have tried to request it, there are delays in giving us the checks, but he was shut. So that's the problem. If governor can concentrate in fixing systems, just fix systems, leave alone charities, fix the systems to work optimally, health services can work very well, because we have a lot of professionals here.
Thank you. Ruth, sorry we lost you some time back, but thank you, you are back. Now we are talking about the health systems in Kisii County. I know you are a mother. Maybe you are a mother or you expect to be a mother. What is the status of the health? Maybe the small facility, the small dispensary where you come from, is it working? Do you get, when you go there, what type of services do you get?
Actually, when you go to the hospital, be it a sub-county hospital or a general hospital, you might be attended well, but unfortunately, you cannot be given any medicine. You are instructed to go outside there in chemist to buy. So, if I may ask, what are these free services, free hospitals are in our county? How can we say that they are free when you are being prescribed and given just a mere paper to go to the chemist and pay and get the medicine? And it can be seen that unfortunately, if you don't have any money, you might die because of poverty. Poverty is really killing our people. And these people who call themselves leaders in our county or in our health facilities, they end up going there, good private hospitals where they are insured. They are given a comprehensive insurance cover, unlike us. It's really embarrassing.
Okay.
Poor people are really dying.
Yeah, we hope one day, one time, we will get what we expect from our leaders. I can see Charles want to say something. Yeah.
Yeah, things just don't happen. Things happen because they are planned for. Even if we wait 100 years, if we don't plan for these things to happen, they can't happen. We had Governor Ngwe here. He tried to focus on projects that could bring something back to him. So he went for big things like donor funding to get big hospitals, to build big buildings where he can get some cash back. And then he will come here and say, you see, I've built a very big hospital here. But inside the hospital, there's no beds, there is no medicine, there is no workers. You see, the workers work there frustrated. If you build a very good hospital, you put all the equipments there, and the medic working there is frustrated, you going there still, you are a victim of death. Because if I'm frustrated, maybe I'll transfer my frustrations to you. I can't serve you optimally because we are all human beings. I can't be here serving you very well. First thing, maybe, okay, I may have everything here, but my mind is not stable because my kid is out of school. I've not been paid. Maybe I live in a rental house. I've not paid rent. You see, and then you are expecting me. I'm receiving calls from home. Tumefungiwa nyumba, and I'm at work. So can I concentrate? You can't concentrate. So all these things can happen deliberately. That's why I said, let's go back to the MCAs. The MCAs are supposed to do this thing for us. They seem not to be knowing their work. They're supposed to do their assessment. They have a health committee in the county assembly. If you ask them what they discuss, I don't know what they usually discuss. These are the things they're supposed to discuss. These ministers are supposed to go to sort some issues in various facilities, how we get these health care workers time to go to school and advance, how we pay these people in time, how we get medicine, we increase the budget of medicine, because medicine is expensive, yes. And as a medic, if you give me a place to serve patients, you don't give me equipment, or you give me equipment, you don't give me medicine, I can see patients here to the extent where I can reach, because nimekuona, nimekuandikia, nimekuambia shida yako ni hii, but there's no medicine here. My responsibility is to tell you, this is what will make you well. So go look for it where you can find it. So it's systems. Let's make systems work.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, there's something earlier you talked about the types of leadership between Honorable Simba Arati and Dr. Monda. I'm trying to think on the position of youth in leadership. Simba Arati seems to be a youth. And we thought that this is something he could have used to position himself well and then to show us that youths can lead. But he seems to be doing somehow opposite. What do you think?
Okay, to some extent, Simba tried to
First,
bring in.
sorry, one. Sorry. Charles will talk and then Ruth will follow.
Okay. I was saying, when Simba came in, he tried to bring the youth. He tried to see the youthful faces into these leadership positions. Because I can see in his cabinet, he has some youths there. He's tried to fix some youths in some positions. But then, these youths are so many. You can't accommodate all of us in those few positions. The remaining option is you create an environment for us as youths to grow and then to become our own leaders in our own ways. Because you just give chance. So he tried in that scenario, he tried to bring in some youths. Youths who are brought in have failed already because, like for example, we voted some very youthful MCAs. Like in all other times, this is the time we have more youthful MCAs in the county assembly. Even the nominated ones, they are very young. But now what they discuss, what they do, others have abandoned their roles as MCAs. They are now bodyguards to the first lady. Others have abandoned their job as maybe chief officers. They are just maybe bloggers. So you see, when we are given chance as youth, let's showcase what we can do. Because for Simba, for example, he was given a chance. He was nominated as a council, and then he grew. So yeah, I don't think Simba grew by being a blogger. He did something touchable. I don't think he grew by maybe being a bouncer. So you have to show what you have. When you are given a chance as a youth, showcase what you have. It will just propel you. For the governor, I know youths are so many. The only thing I don't like is the way the remaining youths are being used. Leave alone those few got the job. There is not the large pool that remained, and they were very good supporters of government. They are learned people, but now they are being used to make noise in funerals, maybe make grievous allegations online, abusing everybody. That's not sustainable. So I could wish Simba, when he was campaigning, told us he has a lot of connections to China, and the youth saw opportunities. So he should just bring those opportunities here. He should bring those Chinese here to build those companies here, and then these youths can get a chance to work. This writing online and making noise and praising him everywhere is not sustainable, because I want us to finish this what we call tokenism. Tokenism is not sustainable, and it can't be sustainable.
Now, I can read one comment from Roger Kilia. He's watching us live. He's saying that I agree with you guys. Simba is out of order. Ruth.
Yes. Me, what I can say.
Yeah.
We don't have anything now in our county. Our governor is just competing with the Honorable Sirifanas Osoro. because they are age mates. Now he has started running up and down everywhere in social media, in social platforms, in the ground, using these young boys to abuse everyone. He's just abusing everyone the way he wants. And he doesn't condemn that. He doesn't condemn what he's doing. As a leader, he should stand firm and say that this and this happened because of this and this. And now what we are going to do, let's sit down together as one thing. We are all leaders and lead these other people. What does these people show us now? They are taking us to a very bad situation. So as young youth, if we can't think twice, we will be used up. You saw what happened in the burial of the chief principal in Keti, or no Keti, their KNP. Students were shouting all over. They were shouting to a whole CS. And our governor was there. In fact, he didn't even condemn that. He put more effort. According to what I saw, he put more effort. So people will die. Young people will die because of this poor leadership in our county. There is a lot of leadership wrangles in our county. And if you can't be careful, as my brother Charles said, let's start with the roots. The roots are now the MCAs. Let the MCAs come, sit down, and start from wherever they failed. We are in a big mess. That's what I can comment.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, we are running short of time because we have taken 1 hour and 1 minute. Maybe I can say thank you. Remember, you are live in Mukenya YouTube channel, Mukenya UK YouTube channel. You are live, and this conversation will continue next time. But before we finish, I kindly request you that I will share this recording. You share to your friends so that we can spread this message to the whole of Kisii County, so that we as youths, we can have a say. We can say where we think something is not right, and we need to take the mantle. We need to take our space so that we can rectify what our governor is doing and the entire Kisii County, because we cannot just blame the Kisii County governor. Maybe there's a problem somewhere in the part of MCAs who are not doing their duties. For instance, the MCA for Masimba Ward has a conflict between him and Simba Arati. I don't know if you are aware of that. Yeah, and it reached a point where the governor said that he will come to be the MCA. So it seems that there is something which is not right in Kisii County in terms of leadership styles, as Charles has said, and maybe that synergy of working in the leadership. Now, because you have run short of time, maybe I can give you each one chance to say something before we close this live stream. We start from Ruth.
Yes, I'm happy we have shared and discussed. So let's pray for our county. Let's pray for our county. Let's encourage our young youths to do what's right always. Let them take what is right and leave what does not belong to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
I can choose to talk about the health matters in my closing remarks. So I would like to remind Governor, when he was campaigning, he signed a health service charter with healthcare professionals and the healthcare unions. On I think next week somewhere there, I have seen some unions want to have a talk to discuss the same because he has not been able to implement what they agreed in writing. So I would like to urge the governor to go back, maybe visit that charter they signed and implement it as he signed it. That way, he will have if he does that way, and then he allows systems in healthcare sector to work seamlessly. We will have a very stable healthcare system in Kisii. And that's my closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May God bless you. Next time when I have such a conversation, please don't shut your doors. I'm coming back again. Maybe in a few days, we have a talk concerning the leadership in our county. Thank you, and God bless you. So, dear friends, I was having a conversation about the Kisii County leadership, and I'm very humbled by Rogers Kilia, who has joined us in our live stream. Thank you very much. May God bless you. And we are looking forward to have you in our next live streams, because we keep on learning. As you have told us, we are not bothered by the audience, but we are looking forward that one day, one time, we'll have more audience. So thank you very much, Rogers. I hope one day, one time, we shall have a talk. Kindly don't forget to subscribe to Mkenya YouTube channel. Watch all the videos, like, share, and comment, maybe giving us suggestions on what you think we should be doing. Thank you. See you in the next video.